Hello everyone, so today we're going to be taking a first look at Thierry Mugler's Kryptomint from the Amen range. Now, I've been very lucky to get hold of a sample. I'm going to give you my brief first impressions and I guess an initial review. Before I do that though, I'm going to hand over to the reviewer of the moment, Captain Sensible, for his brief take on this one. Please be assured my proper review does follow this.
Hello everybody, I've been sent this fragrance for a review by Mr. Smelly. It's Thierry Mugler Kryptomint by Tommy Hilfiger. I'm going to keep this review very brief. It's going to be a one-word review. Kryptomint.
Okay, so here is Amen Kryptomint by Thierry Mugler. Top notes frozen peppermint, mid notes Egyptian geranium, and in the base we have patchouli and tonka bean. So it's the next one in a long line of flankers. Following on from the original Amen from Thierry Mugler, we had things like pure malt, pure Havane, and then later on we had pure Tonka more recently, and Ultra Zest has been another popular one. So some people are saying this smells a bit like Ultra Zest with the orange note in that one replaced with mint. So let's find out if that's the case.
Hello everyone. Okay, so welcome to my initial review on a fragrance that I know a lot of people have been interested in. New release, it's Kryptomint from the Thierry Mugler Amen line, and so let's get on with it. I've worn it once and I've given it a few sprays on bits of my body as well to test it when I've not actually been wearing it properly, and I'll test it on paper too. So I'll spray a little bit. Okay, and thank you very much to Glenn Clough from a Facebook group in the UK for sending me this sample. So my overwhelming impression with this one is that if you have smelled other Amen flankers and you just imagine one of those with the added note of mint, this is exactly what you would expect it to smell like, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. So it opens up with peppermint, a very recognizable mint note. There's not a lot of other obvious things at first. Most normal people would just say it smells minty. But before long, that DNA of the Amen line comes through quite strongly, and that is definitely present. So I could say I smell patchouli, I could say I smell tonka, but in all honesty, I just recognize it as, oh yeah, it's that Amen smell. So it has that underlying Amen smell with some mint, some peppermint, quite a sweet peppermint, okay? So this is a pleasant, definitely a pleasant smell. The problem with it is, of course, is it's very minty. Now, mint, for all of us, has a lot of associations that are not really to do with fragrances that we would spray on ourselves. So one cannot very easily escape the association with toothpaste or mint candies, that kind of thing. And I can't help but think that is going to be a little bit of an obstacle for a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to spray this on the store and say, well, it just smells like I've cleaned my teeth, okay? Obviously there's more to it than that, but the peppermint note is very pronounced in this one and does stick around for most of the time, although the dry down evolves a little bit more and you get a little bit more of the typical Amen dry down. I can't help but think though that if you're a young person, you wore this on a night out, got in a taxi to meet your friends, rather than saying what a great fragrance, who's wearing that, I think they might just say, who's got some peppermints? Can I have one? I don't want my breath to smell tonight. Because it does really give out a strong minty vibe. So other things I've been reminded of is maybe that little piece of chewing gum that you surreptitiously put in your jacket pocket because you couldn't find a bin to put it in, and you're looking for something else and it comes out the next day or something and you get that smell. It's not an unpleasant smell, but I don't know about this one as a fragrance I'd want to wear very often. If you're a real fan of the Amen line, then this does give you something new, and if you want to collect all those lovely different coloured bottles, yes, I can see you might want to own this one. It is good maybe for a work scent because it's fresh and clean, and it's definitely it's not a smell anyone could object to. It's a very pleasant, fresh smell. It does have a little bit more depth than some of the citrus aquatics because it's got that Amen patchouli depth. I was also reminded a little bit of mint ice cream, or maybe even with a touch of pistachio. So it's that kind of thing. It's pleasant, but it is awfully minty, and if we were looking at recent releases with mint as a note, I rather prefer Jean Paul Gaultier Eau Fraiche, a Popeye edition, which had mint with a bit of neroli and some lavender, and I felt had a little bit more going on, and a more subtle element of mint with some sweetness. So that would be an alternative for me that I would prefer. And I can't help think, but maybe this Amen line is running out of steam a little bit now. They could have come up with something so much more interesting. What if they'd done pure oud or pure incense, something a bit more rich and exotic, maybe with a purple bottle or something? That would have been really exciting. But this one, you know, if you like Ultra Zest, at least that's got that orange creamsicle thing, and that's maybe a fresh one that you can wear in the summertime. But this one, I'm just not sure where it fits in your wardrobe. It does seem a little underwhelming and a bit too minty for most people, and I wish that they would come out with something a little bit more daring and interesting, because that line really lends itself to rich, exotic kind of smells. The Pure Havane was a good one that worked, but these latest, this fresher ones, not so much. Pure Tonka, I find that a bit sickly. So maybe if there's one more push in this line, maybe they can give us pure oud or pure incense or something a little bit more exotic. But for me, this one would be a pass. Other people will review it and have different opinions perhaps, but I am finding it unlikely that this one is going to gain huge traction in the fragrance community or be considered a classic. If anyone else has tried it, let me know. Remember, whatever we're doing in life, let's project. See you next time. Bye.